Are you a fan of the Sly Guy podcast? Is Thursday too far away for you to get what you need? Well, don't worry, because we have a Patreon. So you can go to www.patreon.com/Sly Guy podcast and get early release access. Early access. Who cares of the podcast on a Wednesday? And in big technology news, this guy has figured out how to upload videos onto Patreon. Now, I know people are going, how hard was that? For an old guy like me, difficult. Okay, it was a challenge, but we got there. It's there on a Wednesday, early access, and also we've got an audio version ad-free. On top of that, you get the extra Sly Guy podcast on a Monday, which is basically what the original Sly Guy podcast was, just me being cross. Plus there's loads, hours of bonus content, bonus podcasts, vlogs, videos, stand-up specials, all at patreon.com/Sly Guy podcast. And 2024 is the year that we're leveling, can't even speak, let alone leveling up, but it's there. Patreon.com. The Sly Guy podcast is brought to you in association with MODEST beer, Modest Beer. If you're a fan of beer, which let me just have a wee look at you. Oh, you look like somebody that likes a beer. And if I know somebody that likes a beer, I know somebody that's going to like one of the nicest beers going. That's Modest Beer. And you're thinking to yourself, I don't know enough about Modest Beer. Well, hey, check out their website, www.modestbeer.co.uk, where you can find out all you need to know about them, what beers they've got, what merch they've got, and also if you want to just know more in your inbox without having to go to their website, you can subscribe to their brews letter, which is a very great pun on words because it's a newsletter, but it's about brews. Modestbeer.co.uk. And if that's not enough, if you decide, oh, I like some of that, I like that merch, I like those beers, pop them into a wee cart there, or basket, depending on if you're not an American idiot like I somehow put myself across to be. You can, no disrespect if you are an American, not saying you're an idiot, but who uses the phrase cart, that's all I'm saying. You can use the code SLYPA15 to get 15% off your Modest purchase. And what a modest offer that is, 15%. They're such modest guys. You're like, you know what, buy the product, use a discount code, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, unless there's some grey area there and it's 2024 and I don't want to get into it. But Modest Beer's great.
I'm the Sly Guy.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Sly Guy podcast. Before I start, I just want to say to everybody, cheers for listening. You know, the views are going up, the listens are going up. We're having a good time. The podcast is fun. So if you listen and you haven't subscribed wherever you get it, subscribe. Support the podcast. Get on to whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever else. Get on. Get it done. Get subscribed. And you can get your podcasts every single week. But I appreciate it. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. If you're an old timer, even more welcome. We love you. It's great to be here. And what a fun episode this was. This was, it was a fun week this week. Let's be fair. The episode, it got silly in parts. So I do feel like I have to give some sort of disclaimer at the top. We're just being silly jokers, okay? Don't want to hear anyone being like, oh, I can't believe he said that. Oh, it's so annoying, so offensive. Shut up, get a life, you know what I mean? There's more to worry about in the world. There's wars everywhere. I read an article during the week saying basically this looks like the prelude to World War III. And you know what I don't want to happen? Hey, newsflash, World War III. I have enough problems to worry about day to day without World War III. I'm a man that's dieting. I'm doing intermittent fasting. I don't need my food to be rationed on top of that. So guys, let's not let that happen. I have my own personal problems to deal with. I got mugged off today when I was doing the school run. I was wearing a hat, just a woolly hat, because it's cold outside. And as I was walking my kid in, I was walking alongside another dad, and he goes to me, oh, it's not as cold enough to wear a hat, mate. It's nearly summertime. I was like, hey, it's February. It is cold. And also, if you haven't noticed, I'm bald. This guy with long flowing locks, like flipping 90s Beckham. I'm like, hey man, what are you wearing a hat for? Hey, do you think I chose to be bald? No. God did, if you believe in God. Or just nature made me bald. Now, the worst thing that you can do when you're a bald guy is listen to other bald guys trying to pep talk you and be like, listen, it's sweet, mate. And this is one that I've heard quite a lot. It's like, sure, we've too much testosterone, lad. What does that even mean? Like, why is that a good thing? Why is that? It's, we're more of a man. I'm the least manly guy you're going to meet in your life. And I'm just bald now. You know what I mean? It's a mug off. So I get mugged left, right and centre. My bald brothers are mugging me off saying there's too much testosterone. What does that do? Give you roots? Look at the fucking situation that's got me in. 2 bloody kids that have me tortured and going bald. And I have other dads with long flowing locks telling me you shouldn't be wearing a hat. Shut up, mate. You try. See, especially when you shave it fresh. I feel like I'm doing an ice bath challenge. You know, not these ones that it's like I need to get in my ice bath every day because it improves my life. Shut up. You know what I feel like being bald's like? The ALS challenge. You know, the people were just there and they were getting actual ice buckets thrown over the head. You know? Here's one. Where's the study that's been done for the people that did that? Where's the study that's been done for the people that did the ice bath challenge? Surely by now, if the cold water therapy that people preach about so much, to literally almost a biblical level, it's almost a religious cult, these people that do the cold depth dippers. Where are the ALS heads? Not the actual people with ALS because it's a horrendous disease, but the people that did the ice bucket challenge. Surely those guys have zero mental health issues. Surely those guys are on top of the world. Maybe Elon Musk did an ice bath challenge and that's why he is where he is. Maybe Joe Biden has done an ice bath challenge. Maybe Joe Biden has ALS. Who knows? But what I do know is this episode was a fun, silly time. There's a lot of laughing, a lot of fun, a lot of, you know what? Here's what it is. This podcast is silly fun. Just escape. Have a laugh. Don't take yourself too seriously. There's more important things to worry about. Tell you what to do. See if you're annoyed about what happens to this podcast. Go and look at your bank account and then go and try and buy a trolley worth of shopping and then see what real problems are. Do that. But you know what? It was a fun time. It was a silly time. And I really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys will have a laugh with me and my guest this week. The one of a kind, the unique, the Buttman, Aaron Butler.
Whatever you like, you like.
Here we are, Dick Dastardly and Butley in the house. What's up?
Hold on.
Oh no, what have you done? What have you done?
No, I was just putting my notifications on mute, that's all it is.
Alright,
Just
why? What do you get notifications about me?
No, just
So if you're
in
slapping
general.
about me?
No one's slapping about you. Everything's all good. I just mean messages. I don't want to be disturbed. I want you to have my full attention during this next hour. So
I mean, it's not going to be an hour because I've already kept you way too long anyway.
Fine, here we are. It is what it is. You
have
gotta
to
do
go
what
and
you
get
gotta
groceries, get my kids and all that shit.
do. Do you want to see something you'll enjoy?
You sure do. Oh yes.
Get a good look at that.
Stand up a wee bit, come into the middle, let people take the whole jacket off, man. Just let's. But man,
For the visual watchers and the audio listeners, Dave purchased me a shirt at Christmas time for a gift that is a Batman logo, but above it says Buttman.
but it's actually not.
But it's actually
Batman
not
because
Batman.
if you look closely, it's a hole. There you go.
Get a good look at
There you go. Get the Buttman in.
Yeah, so you got the arse cheeks just clapping away there on my chest, and here.
Do you know what's nice about that? I had been looking into research of getting the logo made, and then I found that already existed.
Great, yeah. Oh, it's great
Yeah.
when perverted things just already are out there in the ethernet.
But what was good was I was able to then just look at holes for a while and not get in
Good
trouble with Catherine.
excuse.
So I was like, oh, I'm
Good
trying to get
excuse.
something for the Buttman.
you're like, oh, I'm buying on another thing, and it's just fucking
Yeah,
the
and-
most heinous porn you've ever seen in your life. You're like, I'm researching.
But what's awkward is you would be the guy who would do like all my photoshopping really for me. So
Yeah.
I was looking at the idea of getting a hole, but taking your features and putting them on the hole. So like taking your eyes and putting them on either side of a hole, and then just I couldn't put the nose or mouth in because so it'd just be your eyes, maybe hair on the top of it.
Oh, do you know what? This is great.
Yeah.
Do you know, when you describe it like that, this is good.
Listen.
This'll work. You know what I mean?
But
When
fuck
you,
knows where it came from because it took forever to arrive.
you do get websites like that where they take about and look, it all comes from Asia, and it takes a million detours through fucking every you name it.
Where do you reckon? So say you're coming from, we'll say China. Where do you reckon you're stopping off on the way?
You're stopping off in Beijing. You're stopping off in Nihai. You're stopping off in
So
Wingtong.
just places within
You're
China.
stopping up. Yep, you're stopping.
Are you not
off
going to other countries on the way?
Wuhan. You're taking a pit stop in
Oh, no.
Wuhan. No, you because this is what if you ever look at the tracking info, it literally makes its fucking way around China or Japan or whatever it is, and then
Oh,
it
'cause they're all the
fucking
same?
no, because that's where all the products that are made on the cheap come from.
That wasn't
Wasn't
cheap. What?
Sorry, that's also where the luxury items
Thank you,
come
yeah.
from. Yeah.
And listen, I'm probably paying to pass it through all those different pairs of hands.
But that's what, yeah, exactly.
Nepal has to go over the Himalayas.
Yeah.
They give it to a Sherpa and they're like, right, mate, you need to bring it from China into Russia via the Himalayas.
Wouldn't surprise me because they do take, and then it ends up. I ordered one off that DH gate, and it went through all the fucking Asian places, whatever. And then I'm in Belfast. They sent it from Belfast to Derry to then bring it back to Belfast. Bizarre times.
That's weird.
I could literally show you the tracking info. It went to Derry for some reason, and then
Could you not just go and listen? Don't send it to Derry.
I was like, guys, it was in Belfast. It was like, arrived at our parcel hub in Belfast, and then the next status, I was like, so that'll probably come soon. Next status, now at the parcel hub in Derry/London there, I was like, you fucking, what is happening with this thing? Like,
And what was it you were waiting on this
I was
occasion?
waiting on a football top that I bought for my auntie for her birthday. She's a lesbian.
Ah, right. I was saying that's a random present. What football shirt was it?
It was a Man City top from 1997.
Does she like Man City?
She does like Man City.
Has she liked them since then, before they were rich?
Don't think she liked them in 97. I think she's just a recent fan, but either way, she likes them.
She likes winning.
She like here, who doesn't? I'll drink to that. My Coke Zero 10. How's things with you anyway?
Man, things are good because see, when the people are listening to this right now, I'll be in Disneyland. As this comes out, I'm in Disneyland.
You told me you need to come on before I leave for Disneyland.
I said, listen, I need you to come on. I need to get some advice.
This is the Disneyland episode right now, right? And we're going to get into... So I googled facts about Disneyland Paris. Would you like to know some?
Yeah, because
there's some good ones, by the way.
Before you give me the facts, right, I want to first of all call you Disney snob.
Sure.
Because whenever you found out we were going to Disneyland Paris, you're like, oh, it's shit.
I didn't say it was shit.
In a roundabout way. I said... Now, in your defence, see, before I'd even looked about going there, I thought to myself, Disneyland Paris is shit. Now, that being said, I've been to the original Disneyland in Anaheim, California. And you know what it is? Shit.
That's the only...
See, when you compare to Orlando,
yeah,
everyone's shit.
The Anaheim one was the only one that Walt Disney himself ever stood in. There's a little fact for you. He never got to stand in Orlando. It was never built by the time he passed away.
But did they not put his body into like cryogenically frozen to come back?
That was a big rumor. Now that they can barely do that today. That was hardly happening in 1961.
Here, how funny is that though? People are being like, oh, like back in the 50s, I'll freeze you and all, and they just stick you in water and then you just melt.
But it's even funny now because people are still falling for it. Like you and me can sign up for cryogenics, and it costs like 300 grand of your money. It might cost more. I can't remember what the exact details is, but people pay that, and they're like, look, we're going to just put you in this big tankard here full of dry ice. You might come back. Likelihood is you're just going to sit there and dry ice for
what I would love would be if they just put you in a big like lunch bag, popped you in a freezer, and just loads of
a few cooling packs. They're like,
and they just write your name on it. Dave Elliott died here.
Yeah, if someone made that business here, that's what they would do. Mate, don't worry, mate, you're in an ice bath. Don't worry, it'd be sweet.
It'd be you in a storage container in the Butcher Road, wearing that t-shirt. Be like, here, listen, so when you die, what do you do to your body? And you'd be like, shh, never you mind. But you see, I remember reading a thing actually not long ago about a funeral home that got shut down because...
Too cold?
No, they had two. They just didn't have enough like room for everyone, so they just...
No room at the end?
They just fucked all the bodies out the back, and they're all decomposing and all, and people came around like, what's going on here? And they're like, oh, the bodies are buried, but they didn't have any sites because they hadn't been paying to get the sites to bury them, so they just were leaving all these dead bodies in the back.
Imagine emptying that black bin.
Yeah. And you just think, don't worry, mate, it's grand. That would be such a me or you thing to do. Oh, it's under control.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Don't be worrying about it.
And they would just get a wee lad to just come and be like, listen, go and cut those up and fire them and out into the barbecue and fucking cook them up and burn.
Cannibalism at its finest, eh?
Not to eat, just to try and get rid of it.
Oh, right.
You know, do the Dahmer, like what did Dahmer do? Didn't he like burn his first wee mate and
he
batter
was saving
him?
the environment, yeah.
He made him into ash and battered him with a hammer.
Yeah, he like got his bones and basically grinded them in the dust.
I'll tell you what,
scary, isn't it?
It's a decent way to do it if you're going to do it.
Well, look, if you're trying to get rid of evidence, by all means.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to get rid of any evidence before? Not necessarily
recently.
To that
Not
level.
Recently. But no, I can't recall any time where I've had to bury anything or I've had to, hide something from someone.
Well, I mean, what I've sometimes hidden in the past has been like, you know, sweet wrappers and all. So Catherine doesn't know I've been eating, getting the sugar on board, like Snickers bars and stuff.
Yeah.
McDonald's. I get a McDonald's, eat it in the car on the way home, and then stop.
See, here's what I class that as. I just class that as not talking about it. Because here's the thing: you go to your car, eat the McDonald's and whatever, you put it in the bin. You don't have to disclose that with anyone. You don't have to.
I suppose it's true.
I'm just saying. I'm just being like it's not like you're doing anything illegal. It's different if you're doing an illegal activity.
Yeah, but see,
like you're hiding money or something. Northern banknotes. That's Tim McGarry.
But see, no, but he's no. That's
sorry, we can't bring it up.
Pie McDonald. You're thinking about Tim McGarry's Epstein's Island.
Oh right,
on the flight logs like 57 times.
Yeah,
but it is like, I think almost Catherine would prefer me to commit an actual crime than sneak at McDonald's.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of Tim McGarry and Hawking on the island together, and it's quite possibly the best Give My Headpiece episode you'll ever see. Give My Headpiece. Anywho.
And then you see Hawkins there, and Uncle Andy pops out from behind him. Who's going to tell me about this?
Are you from the future?
He walks up to Hawkins with a Rustler's burger and goes, "Where's the door?"
It's Robo Peeler.
Are you a Catholic peeler? Or are you a Protestant? Anyway,
someone please edit a video where it's just clips of Hawking being interviewed in
don't.
between Give My Headpiece.
Please don't.
I'm gonna do it as a TikTok.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say to Tim, I've got this project I want to film, and I'm gonna get him in to play Da. I want you in the play Hawking.
No, you get fucking.
Would he?
No, no. Who's the guy played Hawking? The fucking, what's his name? Ed. The actor. You know the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
He played the fucking trans person as well.
Oh, he just fucked us. He played them all.
Right enough. Why does he keep playing all these weird?
I look forward to seeing his movie in 2024, Martin Luther King.
Oh, we did see him in Django too.
What's he called?
Edward, I want to say something.
I know. You can't just make up his name.
What's
Hawking
his name?
actor.
Eddie
Redmayne. Boom.
Eddie Redmayne loves taking a role that isn't him.
Yeah. But you know, what do you think about that?
Eddie, do you want to play fucking...
But what do you think about acting? Like, let me put, like, for example, Daniel Day-Lewis, DDL, the most decorated lead actor.
His left foot's fine.
Yeah. However, see, nowadays people are like, oh, I can't believe you let him play somebody with, I don't know what the condition is, I'll just say not too well.
One of the palsies.
Yeah, but people are like, it's a disgrace. Roles should be played by people who have the conditions. I would argue, but it's acting.
Well, that's what my sort of thing is. And then it comes back to that thing as well where people go, I think people go, oh, look, it's racist to do an Indian accent, or it's racist to do an African accent, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, is it okay to do an Italian accent? And they're like, oh, well, yeah. Is it okay to do a French accent? Oh, yeah. It's like, well, when do we pick and choose?
But I also think accents are a problem now, because it's like, I think people have kind of, you know that thing when you make so much of a fuss that you have to just stand on it and go, well, yeah. You know what I mean? It's fine. Whereas, because like, why can you do a sweet Liverpool accent?
Yeah.
It's all good. But it's a problem when you want to just drop a Wuhan special. Do you know what I mean? It's like
a Wuhan special.
I love how Wuhan specials are 3 different things now: COVID, sweet accents, and
Wuhan specials just an Asian Stephen Hawking. We will.
Not Stephen Peking. He is. Oh no!
Class.
Here, new character.
Forgive my headpiece.
You think of all the shit I've got, like, from Shane over the years. You should do a character online. I'd be like, no, I don't want to do it. And he's like, no, you need a character like McGoldrick. And I just whip up Stephen Peking.
And it's just you in a big, large walk with wheels on it. I'm one of those upside down hats.
But here, the voice is exactly the same. Because it's just a robot.
Oh, it's one of those Asian robot voices, but the R's aren't doing too good. Hello.
No. Stephen Peking.
But he's also a bit of a pervert. He's just always sort of peeking.
But even more so than usual.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to Disneyland Paris.
No. I was wiping my eyes and it looked like I was doing the eyes on his face. No,
yes.
no, please no. Oh no. Whew.
Pretty sweet eyes.
Anyway, so Disneyland.
Stephen Peking. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh.
Guys, keep way on Insta Reels.
Oh,
See this pretty soon.
Congratulations.
Well, woo! That was
Let's
something
have a
else.
little
So,
drink after that.
Disneyland
just to get
Paris is
back.
shit.
I need to just recalibrate. Ooh. Facts about Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
The original location of the park wasn't Paris.
Where was it?
It was originally Disney wanted a warmer location in Europe so it could compete with Disneyland or with Florida and California. But Paris won the bid due to it being a more central location, so there was more tourists that could go visit it. Estimated 4 hours away from 70 million potential visitors.
Where do they want it to be? Like Disneyland Spain?
Portugal, fucking
Disneyland Lisbon would be good.
Disneyland Lisbon would be fucking good.
Yeah.
They couldn't have hit Disneyland Ireland. That'd have been a tragic Disneyland.
Do you know what? I've been to Centre Parks in Ireland. It's decent.
Never been there. The Centre Parks is that's the resort, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
There's
like...
no like theme park in it. It's
No,
just
but
like
there's a zip line, mate.
there's a spa in it. There's a wee water lagoon and all of her.
Yeah.
I would like to go visit it, but here, costs a penny.
It's not cheap.
It's not, and you go. Why don't you just go to Magaluf for tenner for the
Yeah.
price? You know. Anyway, rich people's holidays.
Yeah.
80 billion has been spent by visitors since its opening.
How much did it cost to make?
Don't know. We'll find out. Maybe soon. Let me scroll through. It had 250 million visitors by 2011. There's a great fact on here I'm about to give you, so just hang in for it. But trust
Stephen
me,
Hawking been to Disneyland?
it's in that vein, but it's not Hawking quite.
Michael Jackson.
No. The park's original name was Euro Disney, but
That's right.
But then they got rid of it because it was a bit cheapy.
You know
that?
what? I actually used to get chicken nuggets. That
From
were
Euro Disney?
no, that if you saved up enough, you got to win. Like you got wee magnets from Euro Disney, and you'd eventually, if you're lucky, win a trip to Euro Disney. Yeah.
Some famous visitors include Buzz Aldrin, Bruce Willis, Paris Hilton.
Who gives a fuck about Buzz Aldrin? Why is he the number one guy?
Because Space Mountain, mate, that's what's in. Because he had to go just investigate and make sure it was all good. Whoopi Goldberg, Mariah Carey, Orlando Bloom, Prince Albert II, and Princess Charlene of Monaco. Good
Oh,
for her.
wow.
Beatrice has been there, and Princess Eugene of the UK.
You know, she wasn't there with her dad, Andre. He was in Epstein's Island against Chef Dad.
Absolutely not. There is a large population of rogue cats that go around the park that the staff have to look after.
Because they eat the mice, don't they? To stop there being
Apparently.
mice in Disney.
That is
Yeah.
true. Let me see here. This is the best one. This is the one I've been waiting on. Elton John sang at the opening of Space Mountain. Aye. Imagine being the manager of Elton John and they go, Elton, we've got a call here for a corporate. He goes, what is it, you fucking slag? And he goes, Space Mountain, you're singing it at Paris. And he goes, get me on the plane. Now, what set list does he do at Space Mountain?
Well, he
does
does
he go?
rock.
Does he go straight into fucking goodbye England's roads?
I mean, I think he does Rocket Man. I think that'd be one he'd go for.
just what, 5 times?
Yeah, Benny and the Jets. Drop that in there.
Yeah. But I just love the idea of people showing up to Space Mountain and Elton's just outside.
But where is
fucking, and I think it's gonna be that wasn't bad.
No, it's decent.
That's actually pretty
like
good.
they set him on top of it in the piano.
They just put him on the roller coaster and he has to play around it.
His wig would need to be, he'd need a strap over his head. You would never know what it's like. Yeah, it's probably like Hawking as well. But yeah, Elton John.
Ooh, the oldest person to
Sorry,
visit
when was it? When was it opened?
Space Mountain.
Or was that when Elton was playing at it?
1995. Do you reckon
in
if I
fact-
put into YouTube Elton John
probably,
Space
because
Mountain, will it come up?
If he, like, he wasn't even on the gear at that stage. Like, if it was the 80s
What
or
gear is he on
70s.
now?
I think he's just done like, I know, Rogaine or something. That's about it.
No, he's definitely not on that.
Cialis for sure.
It's not. Oh yeah, sure, aren't we all? The Rocket Man. No, there is no video of it, which is sad. And cameras didn't really exist back then on phones, so no one really probably has it, which is sad.
Yeah.
The oldest person to visit the park was 106 years old.
And then they went to Space Mountain, and that was the end.
That
of it.
was the end of it. Yeah. It's the largest leading European tourist destination.
Do you want to hear a funny story about Rocket Man?
Sure.
I remember once in school, I don't know why I did this, and I got in trouble for it, but I was doing an exam and I finished early. So I drew on the desk, I wrote my friend's name. Well, not said for the sake of this. I wrote, is a Rocket Man. And I just drawn a giant dick, really detailed. And then just like, they were like, what's this in your desk, Dave? And I was like, oh, whoa. Looks like so-and-so's a Rocket Man. And they're like, what's that even mean? And I was like, I don't know. So to me, a Rocket Man, I just thought was a guy with a boner.
Do you know when drawing dicks goes too far? Whenever you're starting to do shadowing on it.
Yeah.
Whenever you're like just a wee bit of shadow on the side of it. So yeah, those were your Disneyland facts. Now, are you worried at all? Have you any questions? Have you any are you expectations? What are you sort of thinking about this trip coming up?
I'm excited about it. You know, I'm
Okay.
looking forward to it because again, we are, I mean, very original in terms of we're looking at maybe going to Orlando whenever Holly's moving school. So like,
Get the
you know,
kids
5
older
years.
first, mate.
But I think, you know, bring them while they still be really into the princesses. You know, and I will too. Like by the time they go to school, I'll probably be over the hill. I can't be all,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Some of those princesses, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I mugged Holly cracking because I was like, we're going to go and see the real Minnie Mouse. And she was like, that's not the real Minnie Mouse, that's just somebody in a suit. And she goes, it's the princesses are real? And I was like, nah, that's just people in suits too. Wrecked it for her.
You're like,
But-
nah, that's just OnlyFans girls
Yeah.
who didn't make it.
But apparently, no, we'll get back to your Disney experience.
Yeah.
But apparently Disney have like a load
By the
of
way,
really...
it's funny that you say your Disney experience because that is exactly the term they use for the app. It's called My Disney Experience. That's freaky.
Yeah,
That-
well, listen.
That is.
But apparently they do like checks on the princesses and all, and they can't put on too much weight or they get sacked.
Look, rightly so.
Yeah.
I think this is. I think. I mean, imagine that. Like, I'm surprised more people haven't kicked up a fuss about that because you know what, they're all fucking like woke and all now, and they're all like, you shaming Princess Jasmine for fucking having a
Yeah.
few too many corns.
Yeah, she's eating
You're like, yeah.
too much jasmine.
Yeah,
rice.
she's having too many
Yeah.
fucking onion badges. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Knock it on the head, Jasmine. You're not fucking the carpet can't take off anymore.
No, the
because of you.
carpet's just stuck
Fucking
there,
the
yeah.
carpet's at the MOT centre because of you.
But that's the thing about it. Like that's the one thing we go like. It's fun whenever you go away with the kids and you'd be like, oh look, there's the real Elsa.
Yeah.
But whenever you're in, you know, say,
Oh, it's
Like-
fucking Sprucefield Shopping Centre.
Yeah.
The Butter Crane and Newry.
yeah, you know, exactly. Like see whenever
And Gaston sitting there for fucking big chubby belly.
when you're in the Kilcooley Community
You're
Centre,
Gaston.
you know what I mean. When you're in the Kilcooley Community Centre, that's
Yeah.
not the real Elsa.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then like
yeah.
your kids are looking at her going, "Fuck, she's had a rough time since you know trying to."
Oh, go laugh.
Yeah.
Ran a fucking train on her, like.
It's not a good. And Anna, like on a diet, that's what she fucking needs to be. But
The Irish version's Anya.
no, Anya, yeah. Anya and Elsa Louise.
Yes, Louise. Oh, it's always funny. But yeah, they fucking you get those cheap knockoff characters, like.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and it is always bad when that happens.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Frozen, freezing,
Aye, froze. Aye,
froze off me.
Baltic. Just-
Let it go. You let it go. Alright, let yourself go.
Oh, but yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of because you know what it is. I think too, people nowadays it's just dropping standards.
You
know what I mean?
Right, okay. Oh, you like
Just-
the idea of Disneyland keeping people in check,
Do you know
going
what
here.
I mean? It's like it's okay to go. Listen, no harm. It's like, for example, if you're casting somebody to be Aladdin,
Yeah.
you're not going to give the role to the Big Show. Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's just certainly, and it's like no harm to you. These people that's the way certain people look.
Yeah.
That's the way they are.
Do you know what? I'm going to say something that might be controversial here, but do you know what? I'm just going. Here's what it is, right? So they have Frozen the musical, which is on West End, right? And in the musical, they have the kids playing the characters. So they have kids playing the younger versions of Anna and Elsa, and then they have the adults come on and they play the adult versions of Anna and Elsa.
Yes.
Obviously, being inclusive, making sure everyone's included, it's very important, diversification, blah, blah, blah. But in this certain show, the child actor playing one of the girls, the blonde one, can't remember
Elsa.
her name, Elsa.
Yeah.
Child actor playing her was an African American child.
Uh-huh.
The adult actor playing Elsa
Uh-huh.
was a white woman. Now, I'm all for inclusion. There's a black Phantom of the Opera. Love it. Great. Keep it up. No problem at all. Fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Make them. It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, that's a bit weird. That's it. To me, that's where I go too far.
Yeah, well, unless Elsa's
Keep it consistent.
She might have fit a Lego, like Michael Jackson.
Funny, they don't
No,
point that
no.
out in the fucking interval
Because
of the story.
it's an ailment, you know. They don't want to be like, oh, listen.
Vitiligo. They just change the
Very good.
words like that. But yeah, I look. But yeah, it's just a bit weird.
Because see, that's where I think it is like whenever you go to do like back in time as well, where things are not as diverse as they are nowadays,
Right.
and they're like, you know, hold on a wee second, why do you have an Indian Viking? You know what I mean? It's just certain things. It's just, or like, why is there a like? Why is Napoleon trans? You know, like why? It's not. And I think like sometimes with that, it's like
Yeah.
it's always good to keep it, but I do think it's getting to the point like
It's just
no,
absurd.
Yeah, because then if you're trying to cast somebody,
Yeah,
you're like,
it's funny as well. In the original movie Grease, obviously there's not a different coloured skin person to be found in any of it. Then they did like a Peacock series where they did like this is the prequel series to Grease called the Pink Ladies, and it's hard to find the white people in that. So you're going, guys, consistency here.
But that's the thing too. See, whenever stuff just gets, like, you don't when something takes away from the actual story, that's when you go, right, it's a bit weird. I'm a bit, you know, off this.
Yeah, it's not even that it takes away from it. You just look and go, it's a bit forced, isn't it?
But that is. But again, don't get me. I think having inclusivity is important.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you know, there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
Because when people start feeling like that's being forced on them, that's when they go, fuck's sake.
But that's what I think Disney's been guilty of for a lot of like.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's where I just went, fuck off, Disney.
Right.
I watched Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs recently with the kids. And at the start, they were like, listen, this was made in a time, we're really sorry, can't believe, blah, 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 blah. Consent's important about it. If the prince doesn't kiss her, she's dead.
That's a good point.
You know, she'll continue to be dead.
Yeah.
So what do you want him to do?
Yeah.
How can she consent when she's dead?
That's true, actually.
You know, now, yes, he's a necrophiliac, but who gives a fuck? She comes back to life. He's only a necrophiliac for 1 minute. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I sort of I hadn't seen that movie in a long time. But that's the thing, they fucking...
They're remaking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They're not having dwarfs.
I know. See that? Look, and here's what's mental. That's the time where you go... Get the small actors, whatever it is.
You know who lost the head about it? Dinklage. He wasn't happy.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Who was the other one? The guy from Willow. That guy.
Oh. And he's Ricky Gervais's mate too.
What's his name?
Not Forrest Whitaker. No,
Forrest Whitaker.
not Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker as one of the dwarves.
What is his name?
Oh.
That's so annoying.
We'll have to
You
Google
know,
it.
I'm on airplane mode. You go ahead.
Right,
Hold on. Don't find it out and let me try.
What's the name of the Ricky Gervais show? Small Life or something? Or short? Small. What was it called? Ricky Gervais shows.
Oh, what is his
If
name?
you were to see the thing, life's too short. Warwick Davis.
I was going to get there. Bloody
Warwick
hell,
Davis. Yeah, all those, like, fucking get all those lads on board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all the new up and comers and whatever. Like,
And then
fucking,
they were given off too because Hugh Grant was all the Oompa Loompas.
that's
the one.
kind of cute and funny
Yeah.
though. I like that a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how they
Who
justify
are they?
certain
Like,
things.
are they dwarf people or are they just normal guys who live with Snow White? Because then it's like Snow White and the Bang Boss. You know what I mean? It's not gonna it's just gonna be normal dudes of all different ethnicities.
They
So
definitely
no
have to
problem.
put up a warning in the Disney channel before they
Yeah.
have to show that one. Like,
But what's it going to be called? Snow White and the Seven Dudes?
No, Snow Whiter, because she's about to get fucking bukkake.
Oh, right, okay. I was wondering because I was feeling that's a problem. She needs to be more diverse. You know, Snow more white. Shit. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty diverse show.
Snow Black. These goddamn dwarfs. No, I shouldn't do that.
No.
But
Let me see. I'm going to look it up because I need to know. New Snow White film. Snow White. What do you reckon it's called?
Oh, probably like Snow White and the Enchanted fucking.
It's just called
Diversity.
straight up Snow White. No, it's not called
Straight?
Up
Oh,
Snow
no.
White, no.
No gays. Snow White and the Seven Fellas.
Oh, why? Gal Gadot. You're a fan of her work, aren't you?
But she's just producing it. She's not in it. Is she in
No.
it?
It's no, Snow White's Hispanic, actually. That's
okay.
snow tanned.
Snowtanned, yeah.
But no, they don't look like dwarfs. They just look
Swarthy
like
white.
sort of normal guys.
They're just guys with CGI. They're just CGI'd wee things.
Are they CGI'd?
Probably.
Ach, they are CGI.
Look at them. And...
Ach, fuck. I thought they were just real dudes.
Nah. Well, they're probably real dudes in the suits, but then they CGI over them.
Oh, so maybe that's why Dinklage is so pissed off you would be.
I guess he's not getting replaced by a guy now. He's getting replaced by a fucking wee cartoon.
By an AI.
My favourite. My favourite thing. But yeah, there you go.
So what are they going to do whenever, like, how are they going to deal with the kiss?
In Snow White.
Maybe she'll just not die.
Bet you they'll turn it round and make it some sort of feminist, like fucking, like he has to get kissed or something. Like they'll do something.
She
weird.
pegs him, he dies.
Yeah, well,
you must peg him back to life.
I mean, we went very 0 to 100 there when I went from kissing. You went pegged. Does she peg him?
Imagine I'm in the cinema with my kids. Here's Snow White. What's this, Daddy? I don't know. I think maybe it's like his wee restart buttons up his bum.
She
Maybe.
just uses one of the apples.
Oh no!
Like a wee fucking pig.
Or one of the Seven Fellas.
Oh no! Yeah, just straps that on and fucking.
But then they don't also think how
Don't
sly
be
it is
bastard.
on poor old on the poor old witch. You know, she just turns into an ugly old broad, and then they chase her off a cliff.
I wonder who's playing her in this movie.
Gal Gadot, mate.
I mean, makes sense because she's all good looking and all, and then they make her all stinking. And all. That's
Yeah,
weird,
but do you know what the thing is in it? What they say to the mirror?
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Oh, that's the Mandela effect,
Yeah.
isn't it? The Nelson Mandela
They say
effect.
"Mira, mira." No, they say magic mirror on the wall.
What other Mandela effects have we? Is there? In
For
that
people
list?
that don't know what the Mandela effect is, isn't it? It's a cause of thinking whereby your memory of what something is not what it actually was. Is that kind of thing? For
Correct.
example, like they say, life is like a box of chocolates, but it's like life was like a box of chocolates. Is that one?
Yep.
And if you build it, they will come. That's another one, slightly
Is
different.
it Looney Tunes or Looney Tunes?
It's tunes, isn't it?
It is Looney Tunes, which I would have thought Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
You know. There's some weird ones here.
Tell us some more.
Is it Sex in the City or is it Sex and the City?
It's Sex and the City, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. You'd be good at a quiz in this.
Listen, I know a lot about Mandela. It's
Does Febreze have 2 E's or 1 E?
one E. It says 2 E's, but it's FABREZE.
It's 1 E. Yeah. Is it Skechers with a T or is there no T in Skechers?
There's no T in Skechers.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Let's see other ones.
I know my shit, don't I?
Does the Monopoly Man have a monocle or not?
He doesn't.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Correct.
Wow. These are.
But we think he does.
Yeah, you're very good at these. I'd be terrible at these. Like.
That's how they get you. Bah!
Yeah. Is there a hyphen in Kit Kat or is there not a hyphen in Kit Kat?
There's not.
There is, I think.
But I don't think there is. You think
Oh, there's
there is,
no.
but
No, there's not.
none.
There is no hyphen. You're right. Yeah,
Just a capital K.
Yeah.
Followed by capital K. And if you want to keep going, just add another capital K.
Oh yeah, 2 more of those and we'll really get diversified. Let's see.
But there's one too, right? Say you make a movie about the
KKK?
KKK.
Yeah.
Would you have like Billy Chang in there too?
Under the
Playing a
hood.
Klansman? Yeah. But there is
I
one
mean, it
of
doesn't
the-
make a difference
but
because
there
they're
is
under the
one,
hood.
The Black Klansman, that's a film, isn't it?
I've never seen
Like,
it.
I think it's a comedy. And there's also Dave Chappelle plays. Is that his character? He's a Klansman. And
It's
they're
a
like,
sketch.
oh, you're black, mate. And he's like, what? Shit.
The Flintstones, does it have 2 T's or does it not have 2 T's?
What do you mean?
Like the Flintstones or the Flintstones?
It's the Flintstones.
You're saying it's the Flintstones?
Yeah.
It is the Flintstones, yeah.
Yeah, you know why they're called the Flintstones?
'Cause
Because
the
Flint was a big
Flint fire.
thing back in the day.
We are so intelligent. So
Listen.
yeah, there's some fun Mandela effects for you. Hope you're playing along at home.
Yeah.
Look, I am your father, or is it
Nope.
look?
It is not Look, I Am Your Father. It's just I Am Your Father.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
just
He
No,
doesn't
I
say
am your
Luke.
father.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Weird, I thought his name was always Luke. No, I'm your father.
Asian son.
Yeah.
But anywho, that's some Mandela effects.
So yeah, so I was going to say that's a wrong term. Balls deep in Disney when everyone's listening to this.
That's good. I
I'm
hope you
looking
enjoy
forward
it.
to it.
Hope you
Yeah.
get on some of the rides. Is there any rides you're eyeing up at the minute? The Avengers Campus have one. The Iron Man roller coaster. That's a good one.
No, I'll not do that. I'll do the Star Wars Space Mountain.
Oh, Hyperspace Mountain or whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
Hyperspace
I
Mountain.
believe that's what it's called. out in
Shit,
Paris.
I'll do the Tower of Terror.
Okay. I don't.
do
Do
it.
they have that in Paris? Yeah, they do.
They do. Yes, they do.
It'll get rethemed soon.
You think so?
The Disneyland California one got rethemed to the
To
Guardians
what?
of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind or something like that. It's called.
Instead of Tower of Terror.
Yep. So it's Guardians of the Galaxy now.
That's not good.
I know.
Like what the? The Tower of Terror was great. I think I went
Still
to
is.
it whenever it was when it was new. So it was like brand new ride in Orlando. Like it was the first year it came out, and it was very scary and enjoyable. I think I was 11 at the time.
I love the wee music and all that plays it.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah, you are now entering the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. But the wee story beforehand, it's like a day like any other day, and you are here. It's great.
Yeah,
It's
a day like any other day.
fucking what's his name?
Morgan Freelander? No, it's not Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freelander.
I know what I was
Is he
thinking
a
there.
fucking Landover?
Morgan Freelander. I don't know. Yeah, but Morgan Freeman. Yeah.
I've been continuing my marathon practice recently.
Nice.
Completed a full month. 115k was ran this month by me.
That's a lot.
Pretty crazy, yeah. 72 miles. You don't think about it like.
And
it's
how are you approaching it? So you are doing the full whack.
full
whole
marathon, baby.
marathon.
Never did one before. Never practiced for one before. Never even did half a marathon before.
Can I ask you what made you want to do it? What was the process behind deciding to do it?
The mental challenge, the physical challenge. I'm getting older. Got to do something to wake the body up a little bit. Something to just something to really test myself and see, can I do it? You know, that was it.
And was there anything that drove that, or anything that made you go, right, I'm going to do this, or what was
Well, do you know what? I tell you what did drive it. Last year, my friend Ryan competed in the marathon, and I went out to the road to see him, and it was the first time I'd ever, because it is pretty near my house, and the atmosphere was class. I just went, this would be cool to do, and then I didn't think anything of it, and then when I was like, when I was coming up to the New Year, I was like, I'd like to do something athletically different this year, where like I was eyeing up maybe joining an MMA gym and doing a class there or whatever, but then the timings didn't work because there were a lot in the evenings, and obviously I gig in the evening, so I was like, nah. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go for the marathon. I'll do that. I can do it at my own time. I can train. I've got like a plan, and then yeah. Now and the big thing with it is a lot of it, I think, is mental. Like,
Yes.
and not that it's mental to do, but it's meant in your mind. Like, it is hard physically, but most of it, I think, is just telling yourself over and over again, you're fine, just keep going, and that's the height of it, you know. Two great experiences I've had while being on the run. Number one, I get a lot of people honking at me. I wear earphones, but I can still hear it. And then I get people messaging me after, being like, I seen you out running on the Falls Road, LOL. And I think to myself, what do you want me to do with that? What conversation do you want me to... And don't get me wrong, I love that people are engaging with blah, 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 it's great. Like, say something like, keep up the good work, blah, blah, blah. But when they just leave it open-ended, being like, seen you on the road, and where do I go from there? Do you want me to go, yeah, you did? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I don't know how I can further the interaction or what way you want this to sort of develop. Either way,
All I can really say, that's a nice one.
but that's literally, I'm just being like, yes, that was me.
Yeah.
I fucking, it's so literal.
And then they reply, I know. Fuck. We're stuck in this just never ending
But yeah,
cycle.
I'm quite seen along the Falls Road a lot. If you're out and about in that direction, keep an eye out for me. You'll see me in sunglasses with big headphones on, looking like an absolute paedophile running. Anywho, two great things I've seen while I've been running is both dog related. One
Dog or dogging?
Dog, not dogging. Look, if I've seen dogging, I'm stopping. I'm fucking cancelling the marathon. I'm taking a fucking water break for that one. But for the two dog experiences I've had, one was a few weeks ago. One involved two dogs in the Falls Park. One was quite a large dog. Some black sort of dog. It was tall.
Was it like a Scooby-Doo type dog? Was it?
No, it was like woof woof, because black.
But like, you know, the type of dog, or was it one of those big muscle dogs, like a Staffy?
It was tall.
Yeah.
It was like
a
fucking,
greyhound.
Yeah, but like a bit more stockier. Whatever.
It's probably a Newfoundland. Was it a big fluffy thing?
yeah, I suppose.
Newfoundlands are great. I want a Newfoundland next whenever
But-
Vinny is put down.
This this dog was obviously a female dog,
Uh-huh.
and then it was interacting with a very small dog that was a male dog, and the small dog that was a male dog wanted to hump the big female dog, but he wasn't. It was something very similar
Nice,
to
it's
that, yes.
Newfoundland, sweet.
But the small male dog
Mm-hmm.
could not muster up the ability, the height. It didn't have the height to buck the female dog,
Mm-hmm.
and the female dog was just letting it sort of play away at its arse. But the male dog was kind of like trying to jump and get on to fucking get, and it just couldn't.
Did you go over and help the wee male
Are
dog?
you, are you suggesting that I lift the male dog and just do that?
Yes.
How weird that made me run gear sunglasses. Just fucking letting him have at it.
Imagine someone goes home and goes, you know comedian Aaron Butler? He's like, yeah. I think he took Bobby and let him buck some random dog.
I think he's the Phantom de Park dog breeder.
The false dog bucker.
They never get me see.
I was number 2.
Number 2 again involved. And this one was funny because it was out with its owner on the lead, and it was a really small, like Chihuahua type dog, and it started to take a shite. But it did. Do you know when dogs sometimes squat for a shite?
Yes.
Like so the dog squat for a shite, but the amount of shite coming out of the dog was so much that the dog's arse started to come up a wee bit. So it started the shite, and then its arse just started to incline. I was like, oh, that's so cute, but also so fine at the same time, because the owner's going to have to really do a job to clean that up. And yeah, so people keep letting your dogs out.
Wee face is just in the ground. Shite dropping off. They're such stupid bastards too.
It's just so funny. I do enjoy a good dog sighting when I'm out on the training regime. But I'll be in Orlando. I'll be in Disney World myself in 2 weeks' time.
Nice. And here's the question: are you going to do any training when you're out there?
Yeah, I've to do.
I take it I'll be on a treadmill, not out in that wild heat.
No, I think I'm gonna risk the humidity. I've got like one of those water pouches that you can drink from while you're.
You're going to do a Martin Lawrence.
What fucking have a movie of Will Smith?
No, kill yourself. Like he nearly died out running one day.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, wasn't sweet for him at all.
Oh, fuck.
And like, yeah, I mean, I'll look that up. But there was a story. Yeah, Martin Lawrence nearly died out running in the heat.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to do an 11k. Or no, you have to do an 11k the day I get there, and then the week after, I have to do like an 18k or whatever. Now I am staying at hotels that do have like good gyms and treadmills and stuff, so we'll see. I fucking hate the treadmill though; it just doesn't feel nice. There's something weird about it on your legs as opposed
The
to
treadmill?
running.
Yeah, and it's boring too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Like,
definitely
it gets very boring.
Yeah, you're sort of just looking at a screen. I do like try to put like some sort of TV on my phone and whatever, but it's just like it doesn't do it for me.
And what did you?
I'm 34.
Well, when Martin Lawrence was 34.
Oh no.
Yeah,
The
he's-
parallels are
he
too
was
similar.
best known for starring role in Fox television series Martin. Was jogging in the summer
McGinnis.
heat, wearing multiple layers of clothing, apparently trying to lose weight for an upcoming movie role, and he collapsed. He was found by his girlfriend on the front steps of his home with a temperature of 107 degrees.
Well, he's just very silly. Do you know what
Yeah.
it was? He didn't have the right electrolytes in his system.
No.
I've got the running gels. I've got the water. I'd be fine.
And how do you like feel? Like, so it's over a month now you've been doing it.
I'm a month exactly
Right,
now.
so-
Pretty much every day.
So say whenever you started, what were your sort of, did you have any anxiety towards it? Was it stressing you out? How has that changed? How's the
No,
mental side changed?
There's
from
never
then to now?
anxiety or stress, but it is just like there are days where you go, well, to be fair, I have a very straightforward attitude with it where I go, I have to do it. I can't not do it. No matter what. If I have a full day's work and if I have fucking a gig, or if I don't care if it's midnight, I don't care if it's 1 a.m. I have to get that running before I sleep, because if I don't, I'm not going to be ready for the marathon. It's as simple as that. Like every run that I do is geared towards preparation for the marathon, so it'll go smoothly for me. And the first few, don't get me wrong, in fact, I'd be lying, I'm not one to sort of shy away from fucking, I wouldn't bullshit and be like, oh yeah, it's been great and every fucking run. The 90% of every run that I've done has been hell and has been difficult and has been stress on the legs and whatever else. The other ones, when they're good, they're great. Like I had a great one today, which was rare. Like I did 8.1k this morning, and I did 4.8k yesterday, and it was more difficult than today. Weirdly, yesterday was just really. There's just some days where you're like, "This is fucking hard." Like, but then
See, there's all the factors you don't take in. That, like, if you have a bad night's sleep, if you're not hydrated enough, if
and
you
I
haven't
have
eaten
terrible
enough,
sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep's probably the worst one for me. Hydration's fine, and diet's not too bad, but the sleep is the big one. Like,
yeah, because I on a different level I'm trying to lose weight, and then I'm running a leg of the marathon, but I'm doing this program at the minute. It's a 90-day thing, and I'm sort of like day 22 into it at the minute.
Okay.
And I'm training 4 or 5 times a week, but I'm on like a 21-day run of steps over 10,000.
yeah,
So
you want to lose 5 stone this year.
yeah, that's my target. I think it's achievable.
So you have to lose 1 stone every 2 months.
Yeah.
Every 2.5
And
months.
so far I'm on track.
That's good.
So
That's good.
But it's like today I knew I was doing my legs today, and like before I wouldn't really train legs properly because I'm like, they're a bit sore, and then you're fucked for days afterwards. But I went to bed early last night, read my book, good night's sleep, got up and was like, I'm gonna ruin myself today, and I really did, and it was great.
Good.
But
Good to know.
it's all good and well done. But we're playing football tomorrow, so we'll see how I cope.
That's
for
right.
then. But see, before then, like I didn't get to walk the dog, so I'm like, he has to get walked. So see, tomorrow morning I'll be up at 5:30 to walk him before Catherine goes to work. So I get him walked, and then have to do the school run with the girls. Then it's arm day in the gym, and then straight from arm day to the gym, I'm meeting Andrew for a coffee. And then after straight from coffee to him, I'm going to football with you boys. Straight after football from you boys, I'm going to collect the girls from my parents' house, have a shower there, take them to the birthday party.
Yeah.
Straight from the birthday party home, they'll go to bed. I'll probably not be long behind them tomorrow. And then Friday, I'm adding an extra cardio day in. So I'm doing, instead of 1 cardio day a week, I'm doing 2 on top of the steps. So it'll get there, and then in a week or 2, I'm going to start my running, I think. So I'm on the treadmill now. I'm doing like 15-20 minutes, sort of increasing the speed, increasing the incline. I think I'm like 1 go away from starting a jog here, but we're getting there, enjoying it, and liking the progress, liking how my body feels a bit, and like,
I think that the running will definitely help you. Like, the weight will probably fall off you as soon as you start to just
yeah, but
actively
you know
do
my
that.
problem is I'm egomaniacal, and I like being heavy, and I like being weighty, and I like being muscly, and I like lifting heavy, and I like being strong.
No,
So
you need to be functional. You need to be more functional in your body and your physique, and it's all good having this fucking big broad or whatever. You got to be able to move, baby. You got to be able to ride and fly like the wind. You know
but
what I
what
mean?
happens if a plyon falls?
The fuck's a plyon?
Pylon, I know what they're called. Things, the big fucking.
But like a bonfire?
No, it could be a bonfire, but like one of those, those telephone masts.
Well, if one of those fall,
Yeah.
then it falls.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
then what's going to happen? They'd be like, "Oh, who's going to lift this off this little children's leg?"
And you go.
And I go, "Me." Yeah, that's what happens. You like to do that because that's another thing. Shane asked me a question, and I was like, "You fucking skinny, insulting little wanker." He goes, don't take us the wrong way, but he goes, do you have like any veins or anything? Can you like see your veins and stuff? And he's like, I was like, yeah, I can. See when I'm pumped up? Freaking right I can.
I can see on your forehead
Yeah.
right now the anger.
Yeah,
No
veins.
question.
Yeah, can you bench press your weight? Probably not, Shane. Your arms too.
I mean, see your vein, like in your veins
Yeah.
in your arm and all.
Yeah.
I mean, I seem, but like I almost see that as a sign as me being a wee weak, feeble man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
See,
I'm Mr. Burns.
I was listening to a podcast the other day, of course I was, about the difference between 6-pack abs and being thin.
And what is the difference? I have
Well-
6 hours muscle.
Yes, but like if you get these like really skinny guys, they're like, oh, I have a 6-pack, and you're like, no, you're frail.
Yeah.
It's like was bodybuilders saying like you have to have a low body fat, but also you need to build the muscle to pop through.
Yes.
So if you have, say, he said like normal sort of people, you'd be looking to have in and around like sort of 10 and 15% body fat. That's sort of normal. But if you're a bodybuilder, you're sort of going on stage for between like 5 and 3%. So everything's coming out.
That's mad.
But he's saying like these real skinny guys, like if you have the muscle, like if you built the muscle at 12%, you look like you have, abs. Now maybe whenever I'm like whatever, am I like 30%, 40%? Who knows?
Sure.
It's a problem in there.
Yeah. We'll
you know.
worry about that road when we
But you know
cross
what? It's weird because like I looked like at my overall health. That's my motivation, was my health. So stuff like I'm always getting colds, and I know my kids go to here and there, and like I'm always getting this. But as I've been thinking, well, what can improve that? More vitamins, more.
I love my vitamins.
More vegetables,
I take them every day.
less shit.
Vegetable soup's great.
Yeah, so I'm eating a lot of vegetables. I'm eating a lot of lean food. I'm enjoying the training. I'm actually liking getting up, getting in the gym, feeling that, like, you know, when Arnold says you feel like you're coming. You know, I get the feeling of coming when I'm in the gym. Now, he said since that was just him have banter. Like, he said you don't actually.
Well, he says banter. That's him roided up to the tits, being like, I just love coming.
But you know what I would say though? Imagine, like, he did a lot of training in just like wee pants. He's not there with the full route going, "Wah, wah." You know what I mean? That'd be off-putting for people. It's like we're talking about inclusivity and all. Imagine you're in a gym and there's just this women just there doing like a squat or something, and he's like, "Wah," with a full route. You know what I mean? Especially if he's actually coming. If it's like wee trunks are getting darker and all, and she's just like, "Oh, what's he doing?" Like, he sounds like he's coming anyway.
But he comes like a man comes.
Yeah.
Whereas you go, and then you go,
and then you've lost all your interest in anything. He's just like,
and he's like just lying over the barbell like this, just fucking trying to get his wind back. But yeah, he loves it. Who doesn't?
So then, once you get that done, is that so? Let me, because I think I've said before, I was talking about how that was what I prioritised above work, and everything else was losing the weight at last. Because how long have you known me? Coming on, actually, we're thinking about this now. We're probably
2010,
11 years.
So 14 years.
Yeah. How long have I been saying I'm going to lose the weight?
14 years.
14 years, yeah. So that's the turn. I've gone, you know, seeing myself a few times on stage was the kick up the arse too, and then just feeling sick over Christmas, and I'm like, right, this is it. So this year I went, forget work goals, priority is health. So like, don't always make time to get to the gym, always watch my meeting. I'm doing intermittent fasting at the minute, keep my meals within that window, boom boom boom. I'm enjoying it.
It's funny how an old photo can make you feel like absolute shite, doesn't it? Like even when I look at old photos of myself, I go, oh, look at that young boy, so full of hope.
Yeah, but yeah, it is quite like,
you know, what happened to that guy?
I found a photo of myself recently, like one of the Strand ones there, that I'm like, I'm keeping that and I'm going to use it for motivation. I'll show it to you. And then like anything that happened at the fucking Stars in Her Eyes, I'm like, I never want to see any of that footage. I never want to see anything. I feel terrible. I wish I was dead.
Okay.
You know, that was horrendous.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to find this one from the Strand, because it just made me go, Dave.
When was this from? Like, how long
December.
ago?
This was just as I was sick. So you were there, that gig at the Strand on the 6th. That was the 16th of December or something.
When you were sick, I do remember that.
That was the start of my sickness, and I just felt terrible.
You thought, this is the end.
I was like, yeah, no more.
This is the end.
Oh well, can't find it. Who cares?
Sure, you can WhatsApp me it later.
You win some, you lose some, mate.
Always.
Speaking of people who aren't doing too well, you sent me a wee video earlier, a link to a video about one of our guys who's spoken about in this podcast before.
Can I just... yeah, there's a we've talked about him before. You may have seen him. It's a man who has been living in an iron lung for 70 years.
The man in the iron lung.
The man in the iron lung. And
Alexander Dumas.
No.
His favourite book.
He basically just has the wee head popping out of the lung. And it was because he had polio. And they've now made this man a TikTok page. And on the TikTok page, his name is Polio Paul.
Now, is his name Paul for a start? Because if it isn't, that's just so fucking disrespectful.
Hold on.
His name's Andrew. Polio Paul.
Okay, his name is Paul. Paul Alexander is the full name. He is an American lawyer. I mean, imagine him representing. Let me just bring in my lawyer. Fucking, that would be so shit. The chick, you'd be like, I don't know what you're guilty of, but I'm just calling you innocent just to get him the fuck out of here. Oh, you killed 5 people? Don't care. Get fucking the machine out.
What's your defense? So disgusting. So sly.
But here's the sly thing. People are still... Because he's not mobile, right? So obviously when people are like in the room with him, they're all like, oh, Paul, you know, we look at him, your mates, we love you, Paul, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as, you know, there's a WhatsApp thread where people are just calling him. People are being like, "What about fucking Polio Paul?"
No,
today?"
but you know what's so sly as well? I imagine someone like his PR team come in and are like, listen, Paul.
He doesn't have a PR team. He barely has lungs.
Like, listen, Paul, TikTok's popping off. I mean, I don't think your content's going to be that varied, but what I'm going to say is I think we should put some shit on this page. And like, right, what do you want your handle to be? And he's like Paul Alexander, basically is what he says.
It's taken.
And they're like, nah.
Can't.
I think if you want to reach the millions, you need to go by Polio Paul. Not the man in the iron lung. That would have been fucking far better idea.
What's the name of his movie when he eventually makes it?
Paul. And then what'll happen in that? Will like his brother be taken and put into the iron lung, and he'll just dropped into his cell.
Yeah. He's like, guys, get me back in. I can't breathe. And they're like, no, we know you're the real prince. He's like, no.
The brother's like, here lads, I'm not Paul.
The brother's like, here, I'm breathing too well.
No, he's like, no, are you sure? Maybe you just feel good today. And then they look in the corner, there's Paul.
Paul's turning fucking green. Ah! oh, no.
Which one's the real Paul?
They're like, you'll not get me with that. I've seen the Leonardo DiCaprio movie. I
tell you who's not the one in the iron lung. The guy that's walking into the room. You know, that's the one.
The guy that walks into the iron lung.
He's like, here, let me hop in there. Oh, is this a sunbed? No. That'd be what Mr. Bean would do that.
Man, a float tank. What's happening here?
And then like Paul, his eyes popping out of his head. Fuck, get me back in my iron lung, fuck's sake. Like, you imagine, like, you wouldn't take a snail's shell, would you, fuck's sake? But yeah, so they've called him Polio Paul.
That's Polio Paul?
Like, because of his condition. Is that not so disrespectful?
I mean, it's funny to give people nicknames based on their ailments, isn't it?
Like what, Cancer John? Like, it doesn't work.
Just Terry Tumors.
To be fair, Terry Tumors sounds like someone who worked down the market in East London. I'm fucking Terry Tumors, mate. Fuck, you know.
There's fucking motor neurons, Marty.
Multiple sclerosis, Simon. Imagine there's a dude out there who's
Stoma Stevie.
You know someone exists and someone's called Stoma Stevie, and it's an old man who's called Stevie, drinks with all his mates, and they've got a stoma. He still goes to the bar, but he drinks water now instead because of his stoma.
They do shots out of the stoma.
Oh no, not that shit.
No, but they funnel it through him.
Oh no, Stoma Steve.
He's like a wee human beer funnel.
Oh no, but it'll still come out of shit. It doesn't just go out straight through. Oh my god.
Rubella Paul.
Imagine there's a guy there called Paul Zebo. Cerebral palsy.
Logan Palsy.
Logan Palsy. I mean, that was a great nickname. If you know somebody out there called Logan and he's got cerebral palsy, please.
or his brother Jake Palsy.
Logan Palsy. That's so
H.I. Gary V.
Oh, why'd you say? Oh my god.
I think I've peaked with H.I. Gary V.
I mean, Gary V.
Oh, so I guess Polio Paul doesn't have it so bad.
Polio Paul's good. Like now, you know what I'd like you to start doing? Just interacting with Polio Paul.
Should I start messaging him?
Yeah.
Does he have an Instagram? I wonder.
Please. Oh no.
If he has an Instagram, I'd message it right now.
Saying, all right, Paul.
Polio Paul.
Polio Paul.
I don't think he has an Instagram. He might be TikTok. Oh no, he does.
Polio Paul.
There he is.
Is it still Polio Paul?
Oh no, this is actually a wee bit heartbreaking.
Why?
His official Instagram account has 1,443 followers. Hey, it's got an extra one.
But
now.
like, look, I mean,
have you followed him?
Oh, he can speak.
Oh, he can speak.
I mean,
yeah.
He looks like Shrek. You know, he actually looks like Alan Brazil.
I thought you were about to say Alan Irwin. I was going to say, that's so disrespectful to Paul.
Do you know who Alan Brazil is?
No.
Right, he's a football pundit. He used to be a player. Hold on. Oh, so disrespectful to Alan Brazil as well.
I mean, Polio Paul's definitely on Epstein's Islands list.
Look, there's Alan Brazil.
Oh, he does look like him as well. Oh, well, here, tell you
That's
what.
Polio Paul's brother.
That's pretty uncanny.
Yeah, oh, Alan Brazil. Oh, I mean, that's uncanny.
Oh, I hope people
no.
are Googling Polio Paul right now so they
You know
what?
what?
We're
Listen,
talking about.
let's start the movement. Everybody follow
Well, he's
Polio
not starting
Paul. He follows Shane Todd.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He follows 10 people.
Right.
The 10 people are all just
Oh, do you know what's sad?
everything.
It says at the bottom, be kind, please. You know what makes me feel a bit sorry for him?
Look, what happened to him was terrible.
Yeah.
We're not debating that.
My name is Paul Alexander, but they call me the man in the iron lung.
There you
No,
go.
they don't. They call you Polio Paul and he doesn't even know.
Oh no. He has a GoFundMe. Maybe we should donate.
You know what? I'm going to donate some money to Polio Paul.
Yeah. I mean, here, Polio Paul's doing well.
What's he
on
doing?
the donation front.
How much has he got?
His target was 50k.
What's he on?
He's on 140k.
Oh, nice. Well, fuck Polio Paul then. He's more money than us.
I know, Polio. The money contributed will go directly to Paul to use to maintain his iron lung. How much does it cost to maintain an iron
Didn't
lung?
somebody die because they like unplugged the iron lung?
Well, that's what he said in the TikTok video I sent you. Because someone asked him a question, basically just being like, "What happens if the electric goes off?" And he just, in the slowest way possible, he was like, "It's like
No.
if it," and then yeah, death.
Hold on, iron lung unplugged.
It sounds like a band. Now for Iron Lung, Unplugged, Woodstock 99. Someone donated $5,000.
In fact, that's a Radiohead song, My Iron Lung. Not even go there. Radiohead. Radio Dickhead.
I mean, you could nickname Paul Radiohead because
Why?
he has a wee head poking out and he's living in the radio.
No, that's so sly. Paul, we're friends with Paul now. We're supporting
Sorry,
him.
we're good friends, Paul. Let's do a campaign to get Paul on the podcast. The Paulcast.
Well, I would imagine we would have to go to him. I don't think Paul's going to be wheeled in
He
here.
can zoom in. Oh, if Paul got wheeled in here, I might lose my mind.
I mean, it'd be a long podcast. I'd be, fuck's sake, Paul. Spit it out.
You've only
mate.
asked him. He's only said hello.
Oh,
Woo!
poor Paul.
Do you reckon he eats or does he just get tube fed?
No, he was drinking like a iced latte or something there in the last video.
The simple pleasures in life.
Oh man, Paul.
Now, I followed him, but I'm also going to mute him because
Why?
I don't want to see all that. That will make me sad.
Oh
looking at that
yeah,
every day.
but I mean, at least he's not posting flat out. You know. Hey guys.
Join me for a day in the life
Paul.
in the pod. Ah, well, that's us.
I mean, I think that's fair enough. You know, I think we've said enough for one day. We've hit the hour. I need to go.
I feel like I'm high right now.
Yeah, I feel like there's something up. But anyway, listen. Thank you so much for coming on and giving me your Disney recommendations.
Here, no problem at all.
Guys,
Good to
I'm in
be here.
Disneyland, so you know, whenever this episode comes out and I get cancelled,
He'll be happy regardless.
You know
because he'll be
what?
in the most magical place on earth.
I'm in the well, actually no, because it's shit. I'll be in like the second most magical place on earth, or the third. Is there one in China? Isn't there?
There is.
Disneyland.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
it called? Oh, please don't make it racist. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Bite your tongue.
I'm not.
Why is this coming over me to just shout it?
It's it's called Disneyland.
Right, no.
Oh, fuck's sake!
Is there one? Where are all the Disney resorts?
I could hold on. I will tell you because I think there's a few in the Asianic area.
Oh no.
Are
they official? Like, or
yeah, Disney parks in the world. Tokyo,
Oh no.
Shanghai,
Not doing that.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong would be good. I imagine those guys are opulent.
Yeah, I don't know what that could mean, but yeah. And then you just have the other ones that we know: California, Florida, and Euro Disney.
Is there none in India?
No.
Disney get it India.
That's a good one. Yeah. Where else could you put Disneyland in the world?
Australia.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Australia, Disneyland.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. So,
Russia.
Africa, South Africa.
Well, I don't know if Africa's ready for one. It'd be pretty much themed on the Lion
You
King.
could see one in Egypt. Those guys like stuff. The Prince of Egypt's not a Disney film, I realise now. Shit.
I was gonna say
The Lion King would have a big theme in Africa.
it has to.
Mulan would be
I seen a warthog in Africa once.
a real life warthog.
Really? And when I seen it, you go up to it and you go, oh, that's fucking funny. Look at that thing. And then as you start to approach it, it like goes and you shit yourself. You go, oh, well, gonna leave that now because it's gonna run anyway.
But that's the thing. A lot of
They're
animals
dirty,
are
smelly
presented
wee
as,
bastards.
as like,
The warthogs.
yeah, a lot. A lot of animals are presented as being these cute, fluffy things like hippos.
Yeah.
The most dangerous mammal to
Oh,
humans.
I've seen a hippo. Not great.
No.
I did a
They're huge though, aren't they? Like huge,
ridiculous.
big
And they're all wet and fucking and all like
freaks. They're slippery and aggressive.
yeah. Like a fucking bird in the Felons on a Saturday night.
The birds go there and all, aye?
On the Felons, yeah.
I thought it was just full of fellas.
It should be because it is called the Felons, and then you could have the women's, and that could be like the women's one.
Kumnaban and all go to the female one.
Could the what?
Is that not the female Ra? No.
What's the female rat?
Kumnaban.
I don't know that one. Sounds cool. Sounds class. Whatever you just said.
I speak Irish too. I speak multiple languages: Irish, Japanese. I don't know what happened to you there.
I cut my wee fucking thing on the lid there. I'm fucking gonna end up like Paul.
Imagine that. Imagine that. You're like, oh, I'm gonna, and you
Just
got
living in one of these.
but you got infected. See, if you did, I would do that, mate. I would get them to put a skin
Look,
around it.
if I
would get them to put a Coke Zero skin on it.
You have permission if I end up in an iron lung with polio, please decorate my iron heart lung.
Would you still do stand up?
Well,
lie down.
I would
I'd
lie
roll you
down.
in.
Yeah. Well, what stand up would he do?
Well, no, you get rolled in it. You still be doing your bits.
But what fucking relatable material is he doing?
Well, him no, but you still can do your bits. You could do like, oh, I did a DNA test, and people would be like, oh no, because then the bit you'd be like, I was playing basketball. It'd be like spoof. You weren't, mate.
Do you ever be shitting yourself in your own tin? And do you ever be looking down your caretaker's blouse when she bends over and be like, oh, why?
Can we see inside? Is like what they should do is make a wee hatch, like a wee tombola thing, so you can look in and see what's going on.
Like see through?
Yeah. Oh, you'd be so sly and Paul. Do you ever watch the movie Hook?
Oh, the one with Robin Williams?
Aye.
Yeah.
I don't know why I never say that. Aye. Like why I say that like Stephen Nolan in that show. Aye. But you know the way they put the wee guy in the box and let the scorpions in? Imagine they just dropped a couple of scorpions in with Paul.
Oh.
Mate, see if we ever get a prank TV show. So I go do. I'm here with my
Always
mate Paul.
involves animals.
Yeah, I'm here with my mate Paul. He loves the crack a lot. Here, Paul, open your hatch. So horrible. Poor Paul.
Oh, bless him. Well, he's lived a good life for. He's to be 75 living with polio for 70 years is an achievement.
But polio is a mug off now. Do you reckon he hates it when he sees polio
Absolutely.
now?
He was like, I
And
could
they're
have just got a vaccine.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
But listen, maybe that's what's going to happen to all the people who are COVID vaccine deniers now.
Exactly.
That'd be class, wouldn't it, if they all end up in iron lungs and all?
If they all went on.
Yeah, it'd be like, mate, enjoy Twitter now.
Yeah.
Inside your wee iron lung. I couldn't tweet now because I got no hands.
They'll find a way. Eye movements, that's what people are doing now. The Apple Vision Pro, that headset, you just use your eye movements to communicate everything.
But your eyes don't do what you want to do.
But if you look at a letter, the headset sees that you're looking at the letter A and picks it for you.
But you know what that's not going to be? Super accurate.
It is at the minute.
Because you might look at other things too. You might be like,
Hey, you're watching porn and you're just staring right at the guy's bollocks and you're like, I'm looking at the girl's bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they catch them.
I can't remember who it was, but I remember one of my mates once was like, it might have been you.
Probably. I don't even know what you're about to say, but I'll just say, yeah, it was me.
But I was like, no, I wouldn't watch lesbian porn because I need a dick.
No, I know which one of our mates said that, and it wasn't me.
Who was?
Or no, hold on. Might have been me.
Yeah.
Actually, it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have a dick. So
Yeah.
I can relate to that dick getting into whatever that's getting into.
Imagine it was the iron lung.
It was our other mate who was telling us, being like, no, I don't watch porns with dicks because
Yeah.
I don't want to see any dicks. I'm like, okay, I get that a little bit, but also,
Grow up.
if I watch lesbian porn, I can't relate to that.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't be like, oh, I love it when I'm flicking my bean when I'm flicking her bean, no.
But your dick's just a big bean, isn't it?
I mean, when you put it like that.
Yeah.
it's a
So
great-
we're,
it's a
and
great-
this is what we're saying.
So a dude's a small dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
A bean is a small.
A bean's a small dick. It's a dwarf dick. That's what a bean is. That's what the medical term is.
You
Yeah.
look down, it's just Hugh fucking Grant and his wee clit.
But like you do the same thing. Like if you flick the bean, you do the same with your dick. You know, you do that when you have a wank.
You never do.
Yeah,
that if you're
everyone
dicking
does,
out, like,
everyone,
No
no.
way. Absolutely.
They do
no
it like,
way.
you know, playing-
If you're doing that when you're
They do it like they're playing, like they're playing the sound bowls. Yeah.
that thing. No,
That's how I do my hole. Woo. Nah, you know, my hole is a horrible thing.
Oh,
Yeah, stinking. Like,
listen, I've never once been under any other illusion or impression that
See-
your hole is anything but heinous.
but see, if you saw my hole, you know what it reminds you of? You know, when you used to go into shopping centres back in the day, and you know those wee
What, the
things
in shops?
you fuck the money into, and it go,
Yeah, they still have those. Yeah, you threw a coppers in it.
yeah, like you throw a copper near me, my hole swallowed up like the black hole. You know, pretty cool. But anyway, Mr. Butler, the Buttman, it's been a lot of fun as usual. Where can people find you if they
Aaron
can't?
Butler online, Instagram, fucking all the rest. You
And
know
up
the
and down,
crack by
and up and
now.
down the Falls Road.
And up. If you see me up and down the Falls Road, give me a wave, give me a shout, no problem at all. But also,
don't message and be like,
But don't.
I saw you, mate.
If you're gonna message me, don't just do the "I saw you." Do the "I saw you." Good luck, all the best.
Here's a better one. You know what you should do to reply to those people if they do? A link to your sponsorship form. There you go.
I'm not sponsored by anything. I'm not doing it for anything.
Wow. You know what you should do?
Do it for something. For
Do it
Paul.
for Paul.
Do it for Polio Paul.
Just start up a
GoFundMe for
Polio Paul.
why you run the marathon. Imagine me being interviewed by Belfast Live and all local people. Can you tell us why you're doing it? What's a good cause? Well, there's a guy in Kentucky who's a lawyer who's been sitting in an iron lung for 70 years, and I feel like I'd like the people of Belfast to supply him with more fucking iron lungs. Anyway.
I reckon, strangely enough, that would be a great story. I watched a Netflix story about that. Why is this man run the marathon for Polio Paul? In fact, if you're really doing it properly, you should pay to get Polio Paul brought over here and push him around the course.
Fuck. I can barely get myself around it, let alone his fucking 2-ton iron lung.
What's part of the, we'll go after this, but what's part of the route that is the most daunting, like the route of this marathon? Where's the one that's like, does it go up near the zoo or anything?
I do believe there are some hills on it that are tough, like, and there's some hills at like later stages of the marathon, I believe, is the hard part. Like, I know that one of the hills is the Kennedy Way, which is quite fucking steep enough.
Oh, is that like up to St James's direction?
That is up the Glen Road where I live near.
Glen Road's high.
I'll be high.
You know what
doing
you
it.
need to do? You need to tell me the best leg for me to run. I don't mind doing. There's 2 ones that are 4 kilometers and one that's 5. Don't mind doing any of those 3.
Yeah, I think those.
I'm not
ones-
doing the like 8 one. No,
Yeah. See, I don't know the route well enough to be able to tell you. I need
because
to,
they've changed the routes in the last wee while. Like when I did a leg before, I ran from just over the Sydenham bypass through to Sailortown, and it was nice.
What you want to do is the last leg, because the last leg is where you get all the glory, because that's where people are at the end clapping and all.
But you know me, mate. I'm not front and center.
You're
all
not
about
for
the
you don't
glory.
need the glory.
No.
I know, of course.
I'm like
not.
you. I'm doing this as a challenge to myself.
Exactly.
You know what? So all my listeners can listen and go, you know what? If you believe in something, you work hard enough, you get up in the morning, you take your vitamins, you get your sleep.
You'd be
You
held
do anything.
accountable. Now you have to do a leg of this marathon.
And I will
'Cause
do
you
a leg
just
of the
said
marathon.
it.
But you know who? You know what? Who said he was going to do a leg of the marathon? Shane. And is he?
Classic.
No.
No, he's on
So,
a stag do or whatever.
You know what? I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of the people.
I'm glad
and I'll
that
do
you're
it.
still doing it.
Even if I have to crawl over like the Jamaican bobsleigh team, I will finish. Because say what you want about Dave Elliott, he always finishes.
Always finishes.
Always finishes.
Yep.
Always. Mr. Butler, thank you very much.
A pleasure.
And guys, listen, see if you're offended by anything in this podcast. It's all jokes. I don't care. Good luck. Take it easy. You do an impression of Paul. Oh no, I thought you were. I didn't say do one. Oh no.
Okay.
Cut, Ben. Cut.
Sorry.
Cut.
I'm the sly guy.